from Team 5, Rachel, Morgan, Kenneth, Chris, and Ali. This is a presentation of Case Study for Saladinos. The first issue that will be covered is safety, with the safety of all employees being the primary concern of Saladinos. An incentive program should be implemented. Those employees who, for a certain period of time, avoid any injuries by paying special attention to all safety policies will be rewarded. A form of mandatory safety and stretching programs should also be implemented. It should include mandatory physicals once a year to maintain safety for the associates, and associates should also be sent to rehabilitation centers to learn about proper stretching routines. This incentive program will set a specific amount of days, weeks, or months which an employee have to go without getting injured on the job. Once met, the employee will be rewarded with family trips, movie tickets, or other forms of rewards. Simply, if the associate can stay healthy, they will get rewarded. Rewards don't have to be expensive, and such an incentive program will give managers the opportunity to acknowledge those employees who are doing something right by staying safe. Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, was created with the interest of both the employers and the employees. They feel if ignorance of a specific job hazard and of proper work practices is even partly to blame for this higher injury rate, then training will help to provide a solution. Training in the proper performance of a job is time and money well spent, and the employer might regard it as an investment rather than an expense. An effective program of safety and health training for workers can result in fewer injuries and illnesses, better morale, and lower insurance premiums, among other benefits. According to OSHA law and regulations, it is the responsibility of the employer to train the employees in the safety of their jobs. For certain job assignments, OSHA regulation will only allow employers to designate these jobs to qualified employees due to the nature of the job. Employers should also be active in generating new training programs for the employees. Safety training. We think mandatory safety training on a quarterly basis is also a good way to maintain safety awareness and remind managers and associates the importance of safety. Reminders in areas often visited will allow associates to be reminded of the company's safety procedures. Such areas include bathroom stalls, break room, and office entrance. As part of the company's mandatory safety and stretching program, the company should send their employees to a rehabilitation center. Once there, their employees will learn proper and correct stretches to help keep them fit and flexible. This will also help prevent injuries from occurring, especially from muscle strains specified in Saladino's case. Training videos like this one will also provide employees with the knowledge to stretch correctly.
So this week we'll continue on working through that lower back pain issue that we started on last week. Last week we went through strengthening exercises. This week we're going to go through stretching. A lot of lower back pain actually comes from being very tight through the backside, hamstring and leg muscles. So the first exercise, we're going to start with the feet flat on the floor and the arms out to the side. We're just going to gently roll the knees from one side to the other. Now they don't need to go all the way to the ground. They need to go as far as you can feel a little bit of stretching through the lower back. Following on from that, you will now take them all the way across to the ground, lift the top knee up a little bit higher and then look over the opposite shoulder. So you're stretching right across and through the back. The next exercise is stretching through the hamstring. So lift one leg straight up in the air, reach up and just grab a hold at the calf or behind the knee, wherever you can, and pull it in towards the body. If you want to increase this stretch, you just slowly lift the head and the chest up, coming up towards the knee. Again, don't try and overdo it. The lower back stays on the ground. So the final exercise, we take one leg and cross it over to the other. We sit up really tall through the back here, and then using that right arm, twist the body all the way around. So we're trying to stretch right down through the lower back here. Drop the chin down slightly, and what that does is it helps us lengthen through the spine as well. So we're getting back health all the way up through here with a nice stretch. What we've gone through there are some stretching exercises to try and loosen up the muscles, particularly around the hip, lower back and backside, because what this will do is loosen up those joints and hopefully free you up so that you won't get as much lower back pain. I'm Glenn Azar for Win News.
Now we will be discussing the second issue, which is communication. Taking control. By encouraging communication among a workplace, managers are taking control. Because cultures are different within each department, it is important for managers to learn these cultures and implement a form of communication that is appropriate. An example where communication strategy is very important is when the company is attempting to inform its employees of the company purpose. In this case study, Saladino's company purpose is connecting family, friends, and food. Because employees are scattered in different departments, appropriate means of communication should be explored and used for effectiveness. Let's look at the office. Managers can put the company purpose in busy areas. The company purpose can also be viewed as the background of the desktop or home screen. Newsletter is also a good way to let employees know. Outside the box ideas can include posting the company purpose in restroom stalls, which is common in many campuses. Now let's take a look at truck drivers. Company purpose can be designed onto invoices and or other related forms. So truck drivers will have the opportunity to see the company purpose while signing off deliveries. Because it is difficult for them to be present in meetings due to the nature of their job, having the company purpose or important information sent out with them on their clipboards is also a good idea. While we acknowledge that all these types of communication are effective to some level, we believe the most effective form of communication is meeting. Holding a meeting forum will be best because the manager can communicate the company purpose or other important information directly to the employees. Questions can be answered right away if something is not clear. On behalf of Team 5, thank you for your time.